guys, thanks for taking a minute just to watch this quick video on a refresher course for email etiquette. As you know, it's just so important in our company. We do so much communication via email that it's pretty important in how we are doing that emailing for many different reasons. One, we want to clearly communicate with whoever we're emailing, but we also want to present a professional image to all as well. So just bear with me and let's go through this real quick just to give us all a good refresher course. So first I'm going to show you what an incorrect email looks like. This bad email sample, all these yellow highlighted areas are samples of either missing punctuation, spelling errors, just simple things that make a big difference in your email presentation. So just beware of, you want to slow down, think about what you're writing and ensure that you're using the best grammar, punctuation that you can. You want your email to be simple, straightforward, and clear. The more run-on sentences and the more, that can get confusing fairly quickly. So, and also at the bottom here, you'll notice that there's an attempt at a list here where it says professionalism and clear communication. Whenever you do a list in an email, try and use the bulleted formatting feature. That way it clearly formats it in a way that's easy to see and read, and it looks professional. So moving on to, let's see, to what a correct email should look like. So we're going to start with the subject. Notice how it's just a couple words summarizing what the email is about. Next, you'll notice that the greeting line is fairly casual, but it's spelled correctly, and you've got your punctuation there, and the recipient's name is capitalized. Next, you'll notice all the blank lines separating in between your paragraphs. See how that breaks out your thoughts and makes it much easier to understand and follow. Down here at the bottom, you'll see a list again, this time using the bulleted feature. And it just makes your bulleted items clearer to understand and look better, basically. Here at the bottom, you'll see a closing statement, and then followed by the actual closing line of thanks, thank you, sincerely, etc. And lastly, you'll see the signature line at the bottom with the company name spelled correctly. So again, it's just all about presentation, formatting, keeping your thoughts simple, but yet, clear, so that everybody you're emailing can clearly understand what you're saying without having to further question you, and it just looks better for everybody. Okay, moving on to junk email. You guys out in the field definitely want to be monitoring your junk email folder, especially since you can't see it. Stuff will go in that folder all day long without you knowing it. So just go to your list of folders in your email inbox and select the junk email folder, and you'll see what's in there. Now this is what it would look like if you had it on your laptop. And you want to make sure that you go ahead and delete all your emails in your junk email folder that really are junk. However, if there's an item in your junk email folder that really shouldn't be in junk email, and instead it should have gone to your inbox, then you want to make sure you tell your email that it's not junk. Now on your laptop, you'll see up here at the top, it says not junk. Go ahead and select the email that you're using and circle out that, press that button at the top that says not junk, and it'll actually move it into your inbox for you and tell your email, set a rule where it will remember that that email address is actually not junk, and it'll always deliver to your inbox. So try and do this you need to do it every day if possible. That way you're not missing anything, and can appropriately delegate where all these emails are going. Next, we're going to talk about the daily postini reports. Those are the emails that you get every day in the evening at 8 o'clock, and this is just going to list out all of your emails that got caught in our spam filter. You want to, and this is what it'll look like, this is what the email will look like. You want to read through all those emails and make sure there's nothing that you should have received. If so, on the right hand side here you'll see the deliver icon or deliver link. Go ahead and hit deliver for any items that you should have received, and this will automatically release them and send them to your inbox. And again, this email comes every night at 8 o'clock in the evening, and you just want to be sure to review that. And then once you've reviewed it and taken care of what you've needed to on it, you can delete it because you won't need it anymore. Okay, and just a few daily tips to keep in your thoughts when you email. You'll notice on lots of emails that we do, many people are copied. Go ahead and always hit reply all. That way you're keeping everybody involved in the conversation. Everybody is kept up to date as to who has replied and responded with what items. Because otherwise it takes longer to individually update each person and to re-loop everybody in. So just always reply all unless you specifically want to email just one person. Just always hit reply all. Next, go ahead and spend about 15 minutes when you first get to the job every morning and go back through the previous day's emails to make sure you followed up on everything you needed to and didn't forget to follow up on anything. Always be clear and concise with your responses. You want to make sure that you're being simple, but yet clear with any response. That way you're not having to, clients aren't having to come back with more questions, or even internally. It's just always easier if you say what you're trying to say simply and clearly. Another tip Bill likes to do is he likes to be the last person to touch an email. And that just means you're the last person to say something in the conversation. And this just ensures that the conversation has been concluded, the item has been fully dealt with, and you can move on. You want to make sure that the company name is always spelled correctly, as we discussed earlier, with no periods in between WT and a capital B in Dubois. Always go ahead and you always want to quickly respond to emails, even if it's to say, I've got your email, I'll be looking into it and will reply shortly with an answer. This way clients don't have to email you back and say, did you get my email? We want to be proactive. We want to tell our clients, we're on top of things. We've got their emails, and we're already looking into it. But don't make them second guess that if you don't respond. Again, constantly monitor your junk email box, especially you field guys where it's on your phone and you just have no idea that stuff is going into that folder. Be sure to check this at least once a day, if not multiple times. Ultimately, you want this junk email box to be empty. It should be deleted of any items that are actual junk, or you want to move those real items into your inbox to be dealt with. So ultimately, your junk email box should be empty because it's been cleared of all junk and all real email has been moved to the inbox. All right, for you field guys, and any of us office folks who are out in the field using our phones to email, please be extra careful when replying using your phone. Our phones have these features built in that are meant to help us but can actually hurt us. One of those features is autocorrect. That's the feature where when you're typing, it's trying to guess what you're saying, and either fix the word for you or offer suggestions. Please be very careful. You want to reread your email after you've typed it, because oftentimes autocorrect will fill in with the wrong word. And this can be, be an embarrassing mistake if you don't catch it and send it without fixing it. So reread it for just that, for the reason of you want to make sure that the autocorrect did not fix it into a word you didn't mean to type. But also be aware that when you hit your space bar twice in a row, your phone thinks you're trying to start a new sentence. So it automatically adds a period for you and capitalizes the next word. So you can easily make one sentence accidentally into 4 different sentences by adding periods amongst that first line. And this is a big thing that we've noticed among our field emails coming from the field. So please slow down and take a minute to reread through your emails before you send them, because that's a big thing that we've noticed. You want to make sure that you're not adding periods amongst your sentences where they shouldn't be. So just be careful. Don't hit that space bar twice in a row, otherwise it'll add one in there without you really even knowing it. So again, just reread your email before you send it to make sure that the formatting is correct, that you fully answered the question clearly and concisely, and making sure that your grammar and punctuation and capitalization is all there. And again, another thing we want to make sure, your email signature and your phones should all be the same. It should be your name, and below that the company name spelled correctly, W.T. Dubois Construction, Inc., period, and then the next line below that will be the sent from my Verizon phone, or whatever that line is that's already in your phone. You can keep that just so clients and people know that you are replying via your mobile phone. Please let me know if your email signature is not set up in your phone, because we need to get that set up, or let me know if you need help changing it to be correct. We need to make sure everybody's consistently set up this way, and we want to make sure, of course, that the company name is spelled right. So anyway, just to wrap up, guys, emailing is huge among our company, and the presentation we give amongst everyone, via, whether it be internally or to our clients, is very important. A very clear and correctly formatted email with spelling correct and grammar correct, it just makes for a much easier job, because people aren't questioning and following up with confusing responses. It's just a lot easier for everyone, plus more professional for our clients, and to remind them why they chose W.T. Dubois in the first place, because we strive on that high quality. So this is just another one of those areas we strive to be, among the best. So thanks for spending the time to just do this refresher course. Again, please let me know if you have any questions on how to fix your email signatures so that they're correct, or to help you with any of these items. And you can even practice some test emails to me if you'd like. But I appreciate you spending the time, and have a wonderful day.